Hello everyone, welcome back to SFDC Panther. My name is Amit Singh, and in the previous video we have talked about what are the various input elements that you can have inside a screen flow, and we also talked about that in the coming video we are going to talk about the remaining inputs basically related to the picklist values. So that is what we are going to talk about here in this video, how to create the picklist choice set and record choice set. We have already talked about the individual choice in the previous video. So before we go ahead, please do like, share, subscribe the channel if you have not already done it. And now let's quickly start with this. So this is our flow which we have created. If you have the flow in front of you, just open that. And then this is the first screen. We are going to add one more screen over here. So just click on that plus icon and then select the screen. And here we can give the name of the label of our screen basically, which is required properties. So you can give them like Picklist demo, or you can say that it stage names, or you can just give anything, whatever the name you wanted to have. So I have labeled as Picklist demo over here, and we will just talk about one by one. So as we have talked about this component, we are mainly trying to create for opportunity stages, right? So in the opportunity, there is a Picklist field which says that stage name. So there can be various fields from starting to end. So if you wanted to see what all values are there, go to the setup. From setup, go to object manager, select opportunity, and then under the fields and relationship, you just need to find stage, and you will find this is your Picklist value, which will have multiple values, right? So these are the multiple values, and these can change based on the requirement, based on the different organizations. They can be changed. So you cannot go there and put the single values and have those as a single value, right? You cannot hard code them basically. So in order to get the dynamic value, we use Picklist choice set for the Picklist value, for the Picklist field. So what we will say here is, we will say that stage, and then the API name we will say that stage name. Okay, this is already taken, so we will just select stage, make it as required. Now this option we have already selected, we only want one, so we'll select Picklist, and this time just click here on the drop down and select new choice source. We will select Picklist choice set. So whenever you want to fetch the dynamic value from the from your field, from a particular field of your object, you need to select Picklist choice set, and you will say here, let's say that stage name choice. Now here you see here it is asking for object. So what object we will say? We will say it is an opportunity object. What is the data type? It will be a Picklist, because then we will be able to see our field there, and then we will select what field is there. So that is stage name. What is the sort order? If you wanted to have ascending or descending, or you can say default sort order. Okay, just click on done. Now what you have done is you have created a Picklist choice set which is going to fetch the dynamic value from your record, and this is only for the particular single field. Then let's quickly talk about the multi-Picklist value. We will talk later on, because we have to create that field, and then we have also create the dependencies. Oh, so we'll just go ahead again, save this, and then for this what we will do is we'll just go ahead and debug it to test either we are able to see those values or not. So once you will run here, you say stage name is, we'll say close one, and account ID, let's quickly select whatever account we have. We will get the address, but we don't want to have anything. Select new customer or whatever you have and click on next. And here under the stage name, you can see this time you are able to see all the stages that you have there. And then you have got this, if you click on finish, and on the right hand side you can see every single value that you have. Okay, so this is how your stage works. Sorry, that Picklist component works. Now let's quickly create one component with the multi Picklist. Okay, so let's quickly click on, like whenever we are under this stage name, we will just go ahead and click on printable view. As soon as you click on printable view, it will display all the stages that you can have, and then we will just go ahead, create one more multi Picklist value. So you see here Picklist multi select, this is the data type that should be there, and we will say here it should be stage name. Why we are using the same? Because this is a custom field, so it will always be have stage name underscore underscore C. The values that we have just copied from there, make sure that there is nothing on the top. Go ahead and click on next. Make sure the field is visible to the correct profiles, and if you wanted to add it to the page layout, you can add that as well. After you have created the fields, you can just go to your flow, refresh the flow so that you can get that updated field of your opportunity. And once you have got your flow over here, then again just click on this, double click, and then this time we will select picklist multi select. Then we will say that okay, this is going to be stage name multi select. Okay, so it is stage multi select, make it as required if you want. And this time we will say it is saying that you say configure choices, it is saying that let user select multiple options. We are saying that yes, the user will be able to select. This time the component type, it is saying that it is a multi select picklist or a checkbox group, so you can select any of these. And then for the choices, again you have to create the picklist choice set. So similarly you will select here opportunity, this is going to be your object name. Data type, this time you will select multi select. And then for the fields you will say stage name underscore underscore C. Click on done and you have got this your stage name multi select. Okay, so this is basically your multi select. We will see the demo coming after that we are done with the dependencies. Okay, now there is one more thing. When you wanted to configure the field dependency, like if you select one particular field on the dependent on the controlling field, you see the second one. How to do that? First thing, we have to create a field, a picklist field. I have a picklist field called last reason. This is my picklist field. You can have any two different picklist fields that you wanted to have. Even you can have stage name and that multi select that you have created. And these are some values for the last reason. So if anyone selects opportunity lost, okay, if they select lost, like close lost, then they have to select any of these regions. Okay, so how you have to do that, we'll get back here on the fields and relationships. First we will prepare a field dependency. So let's select field dependency. We will create a new one. The field name is going to be stage, this is our standard, and then dependent picklist field is going to be our last reason. Click on continue. Now here it is asking, right, in which state you wanted to select which one. So we only want if the stage name is close lost, then only we want to select these values. So we'll select okay, and then we will select include values. Go ahead and click on save. So if the user is selecting any other stage, the user will not be able to select any lost reason. If you want to test this without a flow, we can just quickly get back here in the opportunity. We can just try to edit any opportunity which is there. So you can see here it is said that closed one. Okay, if we select closed one, then we see here last reason is grayed out. But if we select close lost, you can see here last reason is now visible for us, and we can select any reason whatever we want. Okay, so that is what, this is what we want to have there in our flow as well. So if we select any other field, this should be grayed out. So to do that, again we have to refresh this so that we can get the dependencies there on the object label. And then in the picklist demo, just go ahead and here we will select picklist again. This time it is going to be dependent picklist. API name, whatever you can see here, or let's say that last reason. Object API name, the name of your object where your field dependency is. In our case it is opportunity. Picklist 1 API name, this is your controlling field. Okay, the controlling field is stage name. Then picklist 2 API name, which is basically our controlling field, dependent field, and the field API name is last reason. So we will quickly find that, and this is the API name. Then the label, so the label will be stage name, okay, for the controlling one. And then for the okay, it is saying that picklist 1 is required. We'll say yes, it is required. Then it says that picklist 1 value, we don't need any value. Then picklist 2 label, we will say that last reason. Picklist 2 required, no, it's not required. Picklist 2 value, there is nothing. Then it is saying that you can have dependent picklist up to 3 label. That means if there is anything that you have after the last reason, you can also have that. Then click on done. Go ahead and save it and debug it. So we have to select the required values over here. So we'll select close one. We can select any account that we want, and then whatever you want, click on next. Now you can see here you have got this single select, then you have got multi select, and then you have got dependent. If you select close lost, you can see here last reason is there. If you select anything else, that last reason is gone. Okay, so close lost, then last reason, you can select whatever you want, and then you can click on finish, and you see all the values here on the right hand side. We will talk about these values as well in the coming videos. So this is it for this video. where we have talked about the picklist component, basically all three: picklist, dependent picklist, as well as multi-select picklist. And in the next video, we will talk about the different resources, basically the different variables that we can create inside the flow. So thank you again, and thanks for your time. And please feel free to do like, share, subscribe the channel. Thank you.